Social media is filled with a whole lot of how-to strategies. How to deal with this, how to deal with that. But if you stumbled across this video, you don't want to know how to do anything. You want a quick fix. You want instant satisfaction, instant gratification, and you know what? You deserve it. I mean that sincerely. We all want external confirmation for what we're calling in instantly. But here's the catch. Instant satisfaction often brings in another version of dissatisfaction, or the same version of dissatisfaction, just disguised as something different. A lot of people think money is going to solve all their problems, or a certain person, or an opportunity. But the real problem isn't money. It isn't people. It isn't opportunities or the absence of them. The real problem is time. How you spend it, how you evaluate and re-evaluate it. That's your money. That's your opportunity. That's your person. Because if you're spending your time worrying, stressing, catastrophizing about something, then whatever you get instantly is just going to give you more things to worry and stress and catastrophize about. So, is the point of all of this to feel satisfied, to feel secure, to feel safe? You might think the answer is yes, but the honest answer is no. Because if you're constantly getting different versions of dissatisfaction while reaching for satisfaction, which can sometimes feel elusive, then the point isn't about getting satisfaction. The point is in how you're dealing with the ebb and flow between the two. Catch that. Which means satisfaction is a point, but it's not the point. The bottom line has multiple points. How you manage the push and pull depends on how well you're stewarding your time. And that's where it gets tricky. Because what happens when you are managing your time? When you are putting in the work, staying aligned, being patient, and you're still stuck in a reality that doesn't reflect what you know you've called in? What happens when you're too aware of how this works? So aware that you can see the patterns, the shifts, the alignment happening behind the scenes, but externally, nothing is moving. It's exhausting, not just physically, not just mentally, but existentially. I call it seeker's exhaustion. That point where you've explored, reflected, integrated, processed, and now you're just tired. Tired of understanding the contradictions, tired of shifting your own disposition just to make things work, tired of knowing that even though life is what you make it, you're still bound by things like fate, luck, and the limitations of the people around you. And let's talk about timing for a second, because that's the real mystery, right? You can be as prepared as possible, as aligned as possible, but if the external timing isn't there, you are stuck waiting. And waiting is a whole different type of struggle. Here's where I get a little personal. Because we live in a social media driven world right now, I don't have the urge to physically go out through towns and cities like maybe a Jesus Christ would, picking out people to follow me and grooming them. I don't have a tangible baseline of physical support to do that. I don't have a financial baseline to fund my expansion at the moment. I can make things happen. That's not the issue. The issue is being supported in the process of what's unfolding. And the lack or the lag of that support, it amplifies the dissatisfaction. So, if you're like me, what do? I remember growing up singing solos in church. I'd feel a little nervous, a little uncomfortable, and then there would always be someone in the congregation who would say, "Take your time, baby." That didn't mean stall or procrastinate. It meant don't rush. Find your own rhythm, your own pulse, and move at that speed. And that same thing applies here. Whatever it may be for you. If you've been putting in the work, putting in the effort, being persistent, and you're stuck in between everything and nothing happening at the same time, then take a pause. There is power in the pause. Because a lot of times, it's not about persistence. It's not about having some neat, perfect strategy for how to do this. It's about precision. Being intentional with your time and your energy. Playing it by ear, adjusting as you go along. And that's the real work. So, if you've been feeling stretched too thin in your work, if you're holding a vision that no one else seems to see but you, if you're exhausted from the weight of your own awareness, I see you. And perhaps this message will find more people like you and me at the right time. Because honestly, that's my intention in this space, on this platform. Speak it, share it, and trust that at some point, the right alignment will show up. If this lands with you, please subscribe, like, share, explore the links to my resources, and let me know in the comments. I want to hear from my kind, the ones not just riding the waves, willing and ready to take charge of their lives, but the ones that are behind the wheel, carving their own path in real time.